You wouldn't want to be facing somebody like him. Quick single taken, one more run added to the total.
Yeah, they're keeping it very tight. Bilal with his nice bowling action, keeping proper line and length there, not giving much of room for the batsmen to sway their arms. And Sanut settles for a single there. Ruwi Rangers three singles.
It's ITW Prod G production. We're bringing you these live scenes. From Oman Cricket Academy. Quick single yet again, and that could have been trouble. We've seen a lot in the last 2 days of this edition of Fancode Oman D10. The running between the wickets has been very, very hesitant.
Yeah, this was a very quick single, and had the ball hit the non-strikers stumps, it would have been a close affair, close call. With both the right and left hand batsmen on the crease, the idea is to change this end so that the bowlers have to adjust the line and length over here. Sanut batting left-handed.
Bilal Shah continues. Oh, that's a good ball. Nice and pacey and the right length. It's a good length delivery, so you don't know whether you want to go on the front foot or on the back foot. Caught in between, and the ball going nowhere.
Putting in a lot of pace in that ball, Bilal, and hitting him high up.
End of the over with that good ball. First over is done, and Ruwi Rangers are 4 without loss.
Can I get center, please? Yeah. Can I get center, please? Yes. That's it.
So Gustav and Sanat Ibrahim, both the openers on 2 runs apiece. And this bowler is Fawad Ali, the birthday boy. Birthday wishes to Fawad, and I hope he has a great game on his birthday. First ball, Gustav Berger gifts him a straight drive, straight down the ground. Won't go all the way, but that was a really very, very classy, exquisitely timed shot.
Yes, Gustav took the bowler and played it straight down the pitch. Huge, lofty hit, but couldn't cross the boundary, and that's a nice bit of fielding there. Saved 2 runs there.
Just bowling a little too fuller for my liking. He needs to target that same length that Bilal Shah was bowling. That's a much better length. Catch it is the call. 2 fielders converging. One of them will take it. A very, very good catch. And the birthday boy strikes in the very first over. Fawad gets the big man. Gustav Berger will have to walk back. Ruwi Rangers lose their first wicket.
Definitely celebrations on for Fawad, the birthday boy there. A shorter ball, but on the legs, and Gustav trying to flick it. And it's a well taken, well judged catch there in the deep.
So Gustav Berger has to walk back. A failure for him, a rare one. 4 of 4. And Ruwi Rangers are 6 for 1.
Covering.
Fawad picking up the wicket in the very first over. Second ball of the over. Nice way to start his birthday celebrations here. bowling from the Oman LNG end. In comes Fawad. Again a nice ball there by Fawad. Wide of the off stump and doesn't give much of a room for.
That's the wicket delivery on the pads. And the shot was definitely on, but did not get the distance. Got some elevation, yes, but that is the longer part of the boundary. You really need to time well. He didn't do that and lost his wicket. Mr. Vinu on the screens, team manager for two teams, for Amerat Royals as well as Ruwi Rangers. Nice and full. Had to get underneath the ball, Sanut, to play that towards the onside. One more run added to the total.
Khalid Kale is the new batsman there. Had an impressive season, domestic season last year. Khalid Kale, a right-handed batsman. A lot will depend on his short stroke-making abilities.
Well, Khalid Kale, the new man, had a great run in the D20, as you rightly mentioned. One of my favorites. Has been exceptional with the bat. One talent you would want to keep your eye on, Khalid Kale. That's the field setting for him. Starts off with outside off, nicely cut, and some good fielding as well. One of the better fielders is Prithvi Machi, the skipper. Look at that late cut. Very well done, very well directed as well.
A nice bit of fielding there. Certainly saved 2 runs there. Prithvi, the captain, leading by an example there. Fawad keeping it tight. Oh, that's no ball there signaled. I guess it's the ball has slipped out of Fawad's hand.
Well, he was overcompensating, trying to go for that extra yard of pace, or maybe going for the Yorker. But clearly, that ball was above waist height and can be deemed dangerous, and hence that free hit along with a warning. One more of that kind of delivery and he could be out of the attack. Well done, Rauf, to get hold of that. A catch being dropped. So everything happening in this over of Fawad, a wicket, a no ball and a free hit opportunity. Of course, that catch wouldn't have counted, but you need to take those. What you've done is dropped a catch, and along with that, you've also given 4 runs. That's not great fielding. He lost the ball in the lights. That's what I would think happened there.
Yeah, it looked as if he had lost the lights and
2 overs gone. 2 overs gone, and the score is 13 for 1.
Bowler का right arm out to you.
So 2 overs gone, 13 for 1 is the score. Ruwi Rangers, Khalid Kale 1 and Sanut is on 7. The only wicket to fall was of Gustav Berger. And immediately a change in the bowling. Sufyan Mehmood, the right arm medium fast bowler, all-rounder, has been brought into the attack as soon as the power play overs are done.
Ruwi Rangers 13 for 1 after 2 overs. Khalid Kale and Sanut Ibrahim, the skipper, on crease.
Good start, very good start from Sufyan. Outside off, very close to cut that ball. Khalid Kel still goes for that shot anyway, misses it, and lucky that it didn't get an edge, or that would
Yes.
have been another wicket.
He was very lucky there.
So that's the field setting for Sufyan against Khalid Kel. What this format does is it shows what the player can do, how quickly can he adapt to different playing conditions, different playing situation. To 20 over format, you still have some time to settle down, but this format you need to start striking from ball number 1.
Adaptability is the key, indeed. And obviously bowlers are trying to mix the variation. It's very important for the batters to understand that they need to score runs. They don't have much of time. Sufyan Mehmood, a very experienced bowler. Wide outside the off stump. Khalid plays a shot deep.
.3 overs, 15 for 1. That's the replay of the previous ball. Slower delivery, back of the hand. And Sufyan is very good in deceiving the batters with those slower deliveries.
Another good ball by Sufyan Mehmood. He's ensuring that he's not giving the batters too much of width.
A very small but very, very enthusiastic and passionate fan following. We've got some crowd. It's a week working day in Oman, and we still have got some people coming out to watch and enjoy this game of cricket. Very close call there. Wide signal by the umpire. Sufyan is not happy. 2 more balls to go.
Khalid Kel missing the ball there. It's a slow ball by Sufyan, and he almost had him castled there.
I was very close to that leg stump. Another slower delivery. I like this approach from Sufyan Mehmood. For the right-handed batsman, he's coming around the wicket and not allowing any room. And that's a good approach, a good strategy which is working well for Sufyan Mehmood.
Experience definitely telling. In comes Sufyan. Slower ball once again, and this time Sanut has picked it well. Hits it in the deep cover. That's where Adnan Ilyas is there. Restricts them to a single there. End of over 3. Ruwi Rangers are 18 for the loss of 1 wicket. Khalid unbeaten on 3. Sanut Ibrahim batting on 9.
So we've got some fans out here enjoying the game of cricket along with some snacks, which I envy. We've not got any snacks here in the comm box. That's a message to our production team. Prithvi Machi, right arm off spinner, has brought himself into the attack. He is the skipper as well. Comes in to bowl the first ball, way outside off. He'll have to bowl that again.
A change of bowling. Skipper coming himself, bowling to his counterpart.
Catch it is the call. Wide of that long on fielder. Will only be a single.
The bowling has been so far spot on for Bousher Busters. They have restricted Ruwi Rangers. They haven't allowed them to go for big hits so far. The fielding has been good.
Smacked and smacked hard. Khalid Khail. If you give him those dollies, he's going to take them and deposit them over the boundary ropes each and every time. That was in the slot, asking to be hit. Khalid Khail says, thank you very much.
Much needed boundary here for Ruwi Rangers. Khalid Khail gets it.
Khalid Khail is not a happy man. He felt that that was a wide, not to be. So a dot ball. Again, setting up for a big hit. This time in the gap as well. And will get another 4. Khalid Khail has taken a liking towards the skipper, Prithvi Machi. And he's playing at his own will.
2 similar shots. Getting him 2 boundaries there for Khalid. Moves on to double digits. 11 of 8.
This time outside off. Looking for 2. Sanat Ibrahim. That's a suicidal run. It's gone upstairs. Looks very close. What's your initial call, Ashok?
It's a close, very close call.
You think there was 2 runs there?
I think they decided for the second run later on. Had they run the first run quickly, it would have been much easier. But the second run they were struggling. So let's see what the third umpire has to say.
Yes, looks very, very close. After getting 2 boundaries in the over, I think that was a risky call. We're still waiting for the replays. But these Bousher Busters players look confident. We'll have to check now. Pick up and he is in.
I guess he's in.
He's in, I think, but just by a frame, I would say.
Sanut's dive possibly saved him.
Yes, that's right. Green light says you live to fight for another day. Sanat Ibrahim. That throw with that bounce was a little on the higher side. So by the time Prithvi Machi collected it and dislodged the bails, it gave him enough time to come into the crease. Sanat Ibrahim. Next time he'll be a lot more cautious while taking those second run.
Sanut was more keen to take the second run and he was running at the danger's end.
Again smacked straight down the ground. Good fielding in the deep. Cleans it up well. Good release as well. But they'll not be able to stop the batters from taking 2 runs. End of over number 4. And the score for Ruwi Rangers is 32 for 1.
Bowling change. Bowling change. Ball come left arm around to you.
4 overs gone. 32 for 1 is the score for Ruwi Rangers. They need a partnership and they need it now. And with Khalid Khail out there in the middle, Ruwi Rangers will feel that they can get to that 110 run mark by the end of the 10th over. Mehdi Hassan, left arm orthodox spinner, has been brought into the attack. Straight hand just missed the umpire by a few centimeters. Well done.
सामने तूने ट्राई करनी है बॉल करके
Shows that it's a boundary. But that was a lucky escape.
That was
करेंगे
a whack from Sanut. Flat batted, and he almost had the umpire in his range.
Stepping down the track this time and playing it towards square leg, looking for two, but will settle for one. So good start to this Mehdi over. 5 runs off it in the first 2 balls.
Khalid and Sanut certainly playing a very responsible innings here. Both of them are reviving the early dismissal of the opener.
One.
This time he plays it towards the cow corner. Khalid Kail. Shubo Pal took a blinder last night. Has been electrifying in the field. And that has been a major factor for Bousher Busters.
Yeah, he took 2 catches yesterday.
Winning that game, yes.
Well done.
Ball kept low here, and Sanut going for the second, decides against it.
7 runs off this over. 4 balls have been bowled so far. Can they get another boundary in the next 2? Khalid Kail will be looking for that. Where will he target? With the left arm spinner. Straight down the ground maybe. Yes, he plays it straight down the ground. And that's gone the distance. Well done, Khalid Kail.
A mighty 6 there, and it was coming. He wanted to try the previous ball. He did try to hit it over the cow's corner, and this time he got it in his range and he smacked it over the ropes. What a beautiful shot there.
Very well done. Khalid Kail is looking good. He's continuing his good form from D20 a couple of months back. Has given him a lot of confidence. And he's middling it and timing it very sweetly.
At end of over 5, Ruwi Rangers are 46 for 1. Sanut batting on 16 and Khalid on 23 of 13. The batting so far, Sanut Ibrahim not out at 16 and Khalid Kail not out at 23. 46 for 1 after 5 overs.
So with those 5 overs being bowled, 5 bowlers have been used. Bilal Muhammad and Fawad Ali opening the bowling for Bousher Busters. Fawad Ali is the only man to get a wicket. Time for a change in the com box. After this delivery, which is a dot ball, Fawad is continuing. It's going to be Mikhail Vaswani and Suhas Vedam.
Thank you, Shoaib. Good evening to all our viewers. It's been a cautious start here by Ruwi Rangers. They've kept wickets in hand. They'll need a move on from here. Khalid has looked very good in his 14-ball stay, and Sanut is holding fort. Birthday boy Fawad in action. Happy birthday, young man. The left-hand pacer has got a wicket already to his name. He'll be eager to add more to his kitty. Goes for the big hit. That's Khalid Kail for you. Anything that is short, he will punish it. And that's a power hit once again. We saw him play these shots during the D20. And once again, he's unleashing them in the D10. And just the right time to welcome Suhas Vedam as well.
Thank you, Mikhail. Oh, that was tremendously hit. The swivel was so good to watch. And that is a ball that will be very welcomed in that dugout. No, it won't be at all.
Much better comeback delivery. There's no room for error when you're bowling to Khalid Kail. That ball landed straight into the dugout of the Ruwi Rangers. Beg your pardon, Bousher Busters. Contrasting emotions at the moment and reactions.
Yeah, just 10 yards away from each other, two ends of the spectrum when it comes to emotions. Now Fawad, he's got to put this behind and try and concentrate on the next 3 deliveries. So very often in D10, it's about how you finish the entire over, not just 1 or 2 balls that break your momentum. And that'll be 2 more. This is good thinking. This is excellent thinking from Khalid. He knows he's got the bigger denomination. Checked. Now he's pushing for the singles and converting them into 2. Smart cricketer.
Very good run. They challenged the arm of their pacer, Bilal Shah.
Arjun Suresh Theeman. Mikhail, as we so very often say, one of your best friends is always your dad.
Yeah, obviously, yes, always. The best
And the biggest fan
the
as well.
confidant, as you say. And we just be talking about that shot of his as well, that led to his dismissal.
Played a bit high on the bat, Mikhail. It's one of his favorite shots. He clears more often than not playing that. You've seen it more often than not, indeed.
Oh, yes. And let me tell you, Ruwi Rangers, they looked the part in this tournament as well. They've raced to 55 in the 6th over, 9 wickets in hand. At the toss, Sanath had stated something around 100-110 would be a fair enough total that they would like to set. Oh, gentleman enjoying his Sunday evening in this wonderful venue at the Oman Cricket Academy.
We'll try and get some confirmation if they're going to be a part of the Goose army. Because wherever Goose travels, his army travels too. Gustav was seen in action with a bat in hand earlier. Couldn't make the most of it this time around. That's the nature of the sport as well. 6 overs gone, 55 for 1.
You're already late, 3 minutes late now.
Very quick, very quick, very quick.
Batsman ready, batsman ready.
6 overs gone, 55 for 1. Sanath Ibrahim needs to get a move on. He's seen the ball for a while now. 15 of them. He's played 16 runs on the board. Now is the best time to try and launch the ball into the sky and beyond.
That's the right line you mentioned. Move on. Because in the T10 format, a strike rate of 100 is considered average. Goes big, gets an outside edge on this one. They'll be racing towards the third man boundary. Enough legs to get to that as well. 4 more runs for Khalid Kale and Ruwi Rangers.
Or wanted to see it fly straight down the ground. Instead, he draws the same line behind himself. Or the bat that Khalid Kale carries at the moment, it's got runs written on shoulders, edges, blade, everywhere. And then when it comes from the middle, you know the result.
Prithvi Machi will need to stop the run flow at the moment. Things just going out of hand. Again goes big, flat batted this time. And that will go all the way as well. Khalid Kale has moved to 5th gear. And he's taking things into his own hands. That 6 over long off. Pretty much suggesting the mood of Khalid Kale in the middle.
Oh, what a shot. Again, freeing his arms there. He's got so much room to play that stroke as well. And he's targeted very safe areas, if you would see. Straight down the ground, long on and long off, which is looking at each other. And that's all they could do. Try and find out who's going to retrieve the ball. There was no chance for anyone. Oh, that's hit well. That's hit in the gap as well. Replace that bat with a protractor. This belongs to the geometry box. So good he is at piercing the field and angles.
He's manufacturing shots at the moment. He's creating his own opportunities. And he's playing around with the field in the middle. What I like about Ruwi Rangers is from D20 to D10, this batting order of theirs has not shuffled or changed much. They've had the openers and Goose coming in. They have number 3 Khalid Kale. And I believe that strong teams go with a pattern of play. And they're showing it.
Oh, this has got height and only height, begging to be taken. But it wouldn't be. Oh, and it hit him, and this is not looking good. Khalid Khail wasn't expecting a missile towards him. Mehdi Hassan, that throw was also in a little bit of frustration. Yes, they represented an opportunity to get the batter out. But there is a difference between getting a batter out and getting him knocked out. Oh, it would have hurt him. Especially when you have no chance of saving yourself from that ball. Because you have no clue that it's coming towards you with all its ferocity and a little bit of frustration. This is good camera work too. Yeah, would have run him out had the throw been on either side of him first up.
A lot of drama in that one delivery. A drop catch, frustration, then the ball hitting the batsmen when they were eyeing a run out. But good to see Khalid Khail. He's back on his feet and he'll be eager to continue the juggernaut in the middle. He's raced to 48 in 22. He's been the architect for Ruwi Rangers. We've seen it all in the middle. Bousher Busters impressive with the ball last evening. We'll just be feeling the heat at the moment, and that's why I feel this break will just be good enough for them to regroup, reassess, and bring things back in their favor. And they need to bring this man back into the attack. Bilal Shah, not a bad idea to break the partnership.
They're going to utilize that 1 over very specifically. That throw was coming in with a lot of ferocity. Hits him where the jersey number is printed. That's not a place that you want to get hit. Also because accessing it is a little difficult. If you want to give it a rub so that you feel better. Sanat Ibrahim right away went to Khalid and said, "Can you continue?" Khalid said, "Why are you even asking me this question?" Such a team man he is.
Yes, and Ruwi Rangers have been the best side on display in the last few months. If you talk about league teams in the domestic competition of Oman.
So these are the boundaries that Khalid Khail collected. And while he gets back on his feet and feels better about it, this is a feel-good factor for all the fans of Ruwi Rangers. Leaving no part of the ground unexplored and no part of the bat unexplored as well to collect those boundaries.
Well, what a counter-attack innings it's been from Khalid. You need such batsmen. Your number 3 batsman is key each time, not just in the T10, not just in the T20. We've seen in the Test and ODIs as well. One who holds and one who scores.
Gentle this time round. Just showing that there exists a word called gentle in his dictionary. Something that we didn't find in batsmanship early on with him. Even when he went for the big shot, he always tried to hit it with all his might, and the outside edge traveled for 4 quicker than when it comes from the middle of the bat.
And in the process, Sanat, who opened the innings, has only played 15 deliveries, and Khalid, who came later, has played 23. Just shows you the strike he's got and the manner in which he's played.
So deep inside the crease, he's almost in the lap of the keeper. Keeper searching for the ball. Well, it's Sanat who helped him out there. 7 overs gone, 72 for 1. So much happening.
Khalid Khail is the man. 49 of 23. He's been the reason why they've raced to 72 in 7 overs, going at 10 and over. Gustav Berger missing out. But Sanat Ibrahim has remained quiet and watched from the other end, enjoying his partner hit the ball all over the park. There's so much batting still to come. This is a very good looking side. Let me tell you, Ruwi Rangers. Pressure on Bousher Busters. They won the last game. But today their bowling has been questioned and tested as well.
Yeah, 2 words, questioned and tested, and both of them by Khalid. 49 of 23. Aiming towards a big finish here, Ruwi Rangers with an amount of wickets in hand. Unless Prithvi tries to change things up and pick up not 1 but 2 on the trot.
On the full awareness, tried to just play towards the mid-wicket region to steal 2 runs. Very good commitment, Prithvi Machi. He wants to keep Khalid off strike.
And good analysis, Mikhail. And not just that, Khalid reaches his 50. in the quietest of manners, while en route it was fireworks. Standing ovation for the man. 50 of just 24. Not a raise of the bat, but just a slight raise of the hand towards the dugout to suggest there's a lot more work to be done. That will be for more breaking of the shackles for Sanat Ibrahim, who was inching. He was just inching along, but not now. 20 of 17. More runs on the board than amount of balls faced for the first time.
Very strong batting performance being displayed by Ruwi Rangers. Sanat Ibrahim has remained quiet. He's been the foil. He's played second fiddle. But now he's not missing out on his chances. You need to hold anchor sometime. Drop anchor if your partner is playing. It's been a matured innings here by Sanat.
Oh, wow. Just when Prithvi Machi thought bowling to a left-hander could be slightly easier, Sanat Ibrahim becomes a righty.
And he's enjoyed every bit of it. That smile said it all. Wonderfully executed. And he's making most of the opportunities. I'm sure he'll want to take this clipping back home someday.
You've already given him that idea, Mikhail. He'll move so late, he didn't give it away. And that is the secret to playing that shot. Or that's just half of the work. Timing it to perfection is another. Now we'll pick up a single. It's been a good over.
So as we talk about partnerships, once again the highlight of a good partnership is for everybody to see. Gustav Berger departed early, and after that this partnership, and this man Khalid Kale never fails to impress.
Deep inside the crease, bludgeoning the ball at the moment, straight to the fielder this time. Will collect a single. Keeper had to do a little bit more this time around to keep the ball under control. Khalid Kale has single-handedly held this innings together. Sanat has started to attack and provide momentum from the other end as well. But this is much better delivery. Single again.
And he will retain strike as well in the next over. 8 overs completed. It is 84 for 1.
Bilal Muhammad went wicketless in his first over, but kept it under control. He's got one important over up his sleeve. When will the captain use him? Fawad Ali has been the only wicket taker. Sufyan, Mehmood, Prithvi Machi and Mehdi Hassan are bowled out. The first wicket fell early, and that was for 6. This partnership has brought Ruwi Rangers not just back into the game, but he's kept them in the game. And is looking really good for a big finish. Will they touch 100? That psychological total, Mikhail.
12 deliveries, 16 to get, 9 out of 10 times.
And 9 wickets in hand as well.
Absolutely. Driver's seat at the moment, Ruwi Rangers. Everything in their range.
Catch it is the call. He's back paddling, but he's not got it back. 6 it is. That ball's gone on an adventure. This is good hitting. Sanat Ibrahim is timing this ball beautifully. What a way to welcome the bowler to bowl his second.
Oh yes, bowling to an informed batsman who spent a lot of time. It's the length that Bilal Shah will need to work on. He needs to find that back of the length deliveries early. No room for error here. Remember, both these batsmen are well set at the moment, and anything in the arc will be dispatched.
Oh, this is technical. This is precision for you. One moment he'll smother, he'll smash. Other moment he'll be gentle as possible. He can handle an elephant and he can handle an infant in moments.
Absolutely. Sanat is looking so good. Look at the placement over here. Just using the pace, aware that the field is up on the offside. How nicely he's just opened the face of the bat over there. Captain Sanat is reminding Khalid that he can play some attractive shots as well.
It's a cross-seam delivery, and Sanat's bat has got some strings as well. Oh, this is good bowling. Oh, well, it's been given wide. I really thought Sanat was backing away too much and hence couldn't get to the ball. Not that it was illegal. Now it's going to be re-bowled. Sanat Ibrahim, just for a moment, thought he was outsmarted, not to be. He threw everything at it.
Just felt that it was a little too harsh on the pacer. Already they say the shortest format is a batting-oriented game, a batsman bat-oriented game. Again, another full delivery, going for the wild swing, Sanat Ibrahim. How did he miss that?
He wants a change of bat. So often when the bat slips, it's usually the change of gloves, but he says no, the willow needs to change. Just at the time when Sanat Ibrahim wanted to send the ball flying, instead he sends the bat.
Very lucky, it didn't go crashing into the wickets. Very lucky there. Just completely lost control over that.
He's getting a call from Sangha. He's getting a call from Peterson after this.
Alright then, how often we see a change of bat creates a flurry of shots and creates an anticipation in the dugout and fans as well for some big hits. He's already got that in this over, a 6 and a 4, a wide and then a dot ball with the bat just fell off his hand. Can he turn it around now?
Oh, this is good change in pace. Sanat Ibrahim manages to pick up a single, though that'll put Khalid on strike, the righty.
Interesting to see Sanat Ibrahim batting deep inside the crease. So often in the death overs we see them using the depth of the crease just so that they can convert the good length ball as well sometimes and play it on.
Absolutely, but will Khalid do the same thing? Will he be using the depth of the crease? Or will he choose to charge towards the bowler? And can Bilal try and bowl a slower delivery here when the batter is expecting otherwise? Well, this might yield him a wicket though. And that is taken. Khalid Kale's wonderful innings has come to an end. And Abdul Rauf doesn't mess it up.
Oh yes, Abdul Rauf has been very impressive all through the D20 and D10 format. This was high in the air. Bilal Shah bowling quick, looking for glory there this time. Khalid Kale, but he's played his part. The keeper's hands, they say, are the safest pair of hands. Very nicely done. But what a fine innings comes to an end. Khalid Kale, always impressive for his side. He's given them the total they can defend. 51 of 26 for him. It's 96 for 2 in 8.5.
Batsman number 4. Number 4. New batsman number 4.
They crossed while that catch was taken. Now it's the non-striker, the new batter. Interestingly, the rules are changing though. Didn't get it from any part of the bat. Got some part of the body while he was swiveling. It's going to hurt him a little bit, but he's not showing it to the opposition. Typical Sanat Ibrahim. That will mark the end of the over as well. 9 overs gone, 97 for 2.
Right arm over the wicket. Yeah. Right arm.
9 overs gone, 97 for 2. Shaukat is the new man in. Okay, 9 overs, 97 for 2. The 100, that psychological mark of 100 is within reach. Now it's about maximizing. Sufyan will have other ideas. The first over went for 5. Slower delivery coming up, Mikhail. What do you think?
Oh, yes, you got that right. It's a slow delivery, but had he found the gap as well? Nicely cut off in the deep. Throw is missing. It's an underarm throw, but they'll stick to a single. They should have looked for two. The running, you got to give more strike to Sanut. Shafqat is a specialist in this particular time of the game. But Sufyan, out of his 6 deliveries, I'd want to believe 5 will be change-ups.
The moment I asked you, was it going to be a slower delivery, I heard in my ear saying, obviously, the question is not if it's going to be slow or no. The question is, what kind of slower delivery is it going to be? Now, these are these are the options for the righty now. He can go over cow corner and collect a 6, a 4. He can target the straighter boundaries, of course. Long off is slightly wider, so he might go towards extra cover. The ball goes absolutely nowhere. This could be trouble if it's a direct hit. Has a try at it. Sufyan missed it completely, and that overthrow will get them another run. Sanat Ibrahim is suggesting, Shafqat, tell me who is going to call. 100 comes up though. 100 for 2.
Oh yes, the magical figure. Talking about whether they'll get to 100. Sanat Ibrahim will be happy. At the toss he mentioned 100, 110 is something they're looking at, and they look very good. Shy at the stumps, he had all the time, but no way close to that, and then an extra run as well, helping them get to the 3-figure mark. Ruwi Rangers are cruising along at the moment. You should not get too predictable with the slow deliveries here, Sufyan.
That is a good length to be bowling, isn't it, when the batter is deep inside the crease.
Yes. Also keeping in mind, Sufyan is coming around the wicket. So that just gives the batsman a little bit of a doubt, the right-handed batter, if he's trying to play across the line, because with the angle it's going away from him. Sufyan did that last evening as well. Bowlers keep trying, experimenting.
Oh, that is begging to be taken. That's kissed the clouds and will be put down. He was in no shape or form to be getting there in the first place. That ball was landing far away from him. He never looked under control, and it's not easy to change course while in the follow-through.
Oh yes, it was a late reaction for him to go for it, because it's the shout of the keeper that reminded him to go for the catch, as there was no midfield at mid-wicket. He was never going to get underneath that one. A shy at the stumps as the batsman complete 2. We've seen so much of this in the T10 format.
Once again, had it been a direct hit, would have been curtains. Oh, good ball. What a way to finish. He's got one more ball, though. What a reply, let's put it this way.
And a very good wicket-keeping effort behind the stumps as well by...
Well, he's got to be careful there. The back foot has to stay planted.
Great work by Abdul Rauf. Was interested, rather kept everyone interested with that stumping as well.
Oh, good delivery. He didn't deserve that. Sufyan knows. That is absolutely star-crossed. Sanat put in mind. He ends with a 4. And that means momentum with the double R's. 107 in the 10 allotted overs. 108 if Bousher Busters want to pick up points here.
Very good batting effort, and Sanat Ibrahim as well took over soon after Khalid Kale left. 44 of 29. This is a very strong batting effort against a side that bowled exceptionally well last evening against Kurum Thunders, restricting them to a very low total. But Ruwi Rangers are champions of the D20 for a reason. Once again playing their first game, they've shown why they are a very good and a quality side as well. They'll be out in the park in a short while from now, but their batting performance needs special mention because the top order has come to the party. Sanat Ibrahim unbeaten, 44 in 29, playing a captain's innings, and then stitched a vital partnership with Khalid Kale, who got 51 of 26. This after Gustav Berger departed early. Shafqat Allah came in the end and added some finishing touches.
The bowling effort, 5 bowlers used. A couple of them amongst wickets. Bilal Mohammed and Fawad Ali. Everyone bowling their full quota of 2 overs. Mehdi Hassan, very expensive. The first wicket fell for 6 and the second one for 96. That partnership between Sanat Ibrahim and Khalid KL ensured that Ruwi Rangers always stayed on top despite an early hiccup. 107 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. 108 required for the Bousher Busters. This is how the first 10 overs panned out. Gustav Berger, first to go. Well, that could have been taken any other day. You would say that should have been taken. And once Khalid KL got going, there was no looking back. Spectacular hits on either side of the ground. Luck favored him as well. And there were no half measures, Mikhail. He was absolutely certain of what to do. And Sanat Ibrahim chipped in at the right time too.
Oh, when Khalid KL in the middle, there's absolutely no half measures when he's batting. But I like the way they shifted gears, particularly Sanat Ibrahim. The placement was there, the alertness and awareness of the field setting, and at the same time the manner in which they got the runs. Calculated risk, very good catch in the end by Abdul Rauf Khan, and some luck as well favouring the Ruwi Rangers as they got to 107 in the allotted 10 overs. And this means now that when the Bousher Busters come out, they will need 108 runs in 10 overs. That's almost 10 and over to secure their second win in the tournament. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back, we'll bring you the chase.
SkyExchange.net presents Fan Code Oman D10. Ruwi Rangers are taking on Bousher Busters. And we're coming to you live from Oman Cricket Academy. The first innings was just done and dusted with. And this is how it panned out for the Ruwi Rangers with a bat in hand. Sanat Ibrahim unbeaten on 44. Well, rather unconquered on 44. Khalid KL was the highest scorer. 51 of 26, setting the tone nicely for a good finish from Sanat Ibrahim. 107 for 2 in 10 overs. I'm Suhas Vedam. Alongside me is Mr. Ashok Purohit.
Very good evening, Suhas. And the bowling from the Bousher Busters. Bilal picking up 1 for 16 and Fawad 1 for 18. The only 2 wickets to fall today. 108 to chase for a victory for Bousher Busters, who won the first match yesterday. So they will be looking for the second win on a trot. And Ruwi Rangers have definitely put up a formidable total of 107. And it would be a interesting chase. And Bousher Busters have to really go quick and fast in the early half to set the pace and set the tone of the chase.
There you go. Spectators of all age groups are welcome to enjoy cricket, isn't it? The umpire holding its seam up, and perhaps he's the only one holding its seam up in this format. We've seen many bowlers who are holding cross seam. Fielders swarming in. And the 2 batters as well will make their way to the middle. And out come the 2 batters for Bousher Busters. It's important. A good start is very, very important here when you're chasing over 100 in your 10 allotted overs. Khalid KL, he's been a man in tremendous touch with a bat in hand. And on the field as well, a gun fielder. Hasnain's in the side today. He's running in without a ball in hand, and that is when he's less lethal. With the ball, a lot more.
Yeah, quite true. Is quite an impressive pacer who pulls with a good speed and has got a good, smooth, rhythmic action and a follow through. We'll be looking for early wickets, Hasnain. And here's the skipper, Prithvi Michi of Bousher Busters, a left-hander.
These are his D20 stats though. 80 runs, a strike rate of 156.8. A terrific striker. It's very difficult to set a field to him once he gets going because he is very, very unorthodox.
We'll be looking for a quicker strike rate than what he has right now, 156.4. The other batter giving him company is Asif Khan. Hasnain.
Bowler come right arm over to you. Batsman, bowler come right arm over.
Hasnain. It says right arm fast, and it is right arm fast. Very quick indeed. There was one particular game in which he said, I'm going to drop the pace a little bit and concentrate on swing. And this is the field that he's got. Man at backward point, man at point as well. Extra covers, and mid-off. That's the offside field for you. But he's bowled one towards the middle and leg. Nudged away nicely. Will pick up a single. Runs on the board right away. The chase is on.
A good single to start with for Bousher Busters. Prithvi off the mark. The ball drifted on the middle and leg, and Prithvi was quick to flick the ball and take a single.
Get ready, boys. Circle se aa.
That's your leg stick. Bowler come right arm over to you. 5 to go.
This is smashed through, but well stopped there by skipper at mid-off. No run.
Pretty relaxed as the game has just begun as far as they're concerned with the bat in hand. That was struck really, really hard. Puts his body behind it. That's the right way to do it, isn't it? Keeps it down to a single. Mujib. A terrific fielder. Watch out for the time when he jumps. He's usually good at timing the jump is what I'm told. Hence, it's a good position that he's in. The mid-on position where you have to time your jump so very often in the first 6 overs. I beg your pardon. Oh, he's got him! He's got him this time! A Yorker cannot be more perfect. The base of the middle stump is lying dead, and the gate that you see formed by the 2 stumps is not something that a batter will enjoy. What a delivery this is! Swinging at the last very moment. There is really no answer for the batter.
That's a precision strike. That's a missile coming and hitting the stumps, bottom of the stumps. It's a swinging Yorker. Has no answer from this Prithvi. Out for 1. Bowled Hasnain. Bousher Busters 2 for 1 of the 3rd ball of the innings. What a ball, Suhas. A perfect Yorker, swinging Yorker. Yeah, it was a perfect delivery for a pacer. Hasnain bringing in the fast swinging Yorker. Adnan Ilyas coming into bat. A very experienced batter.
Yeah, the strike rate of 156. Puts bat to ball right away and also has called for a single. Bit of a misfield from Khalid KL. It's one of those rare moments Khalid KL showing there is a weakness probably. Otherwise, he has been a shining star so far in the game. Adnan Ilyas is up and running. And this is why Adnan Ilyas is there in the first place. Oh, what a delivery. Base of the middle stump. He didn't disturb the left one. He didn't disturb the right one. Just the middle stump. That's enough to demoralize the batter. That is a dream delivery for any bowler, isn't it?
Indeed. That's like more like a missile strike. Precision at its best.
Oh, well, you usually embrace swing as a bowler. It's one of those rare moments you're wondering why did it swing? Had it held its line, the off stick was flying.
Yeah, perfect out swinger. And it's got a late swing there. Hasnain here beats him.
I just get a feeling we're in for something very special. Is it Hasnain special? We've already seen a delivery which was absolutely peach. Crowd pouring in with the families. Yes, it's a great time indeed to enjoy cricket. What better than cricket for evenings? Oh, beautiful shot. Despite that dive, the ball will race away to the fence. There's only so much that the batter had to do. Didn't try to overhit it, and I think that is the class that Asif brings to the table.
The timing was perfect. And the placement.
And now Asif would say things are back in balance. Hasnain was dominating with a couple of wafts, but now he's got a boundary under his belt. First over gone, 7 for 1.
boys.
7 for 1 after 1. Rafi is gearing up to bowl. Mohammad Rafi. Ruwi Rangers have decided that 1 over of pace and 1 over of spin. Now looks like he's going to run in. No, he isn't an off spinner. He's in fact a left arm fast bowler. And well, that single is not going unchallenged. Now he was deep inside the crease. That means he had to run that extra bit. Rightly so. The throw was at the non-striker's end. And he would have been a goner. Direct hit, and he would have continued that run till the pavilion. Rafi. He's looked sharp. And what are the fielding options here? He's got a long on in place. He's got a mid-off in place. Is he going to allow the batter to go inside out? He's got a wall on the offside. Yes, the batter does charge. The chip over the infield is something that he's looking for, and Rafi will not mind that. For that, will generate an opportunity to get the better of the batter.
Just 2 runs. An inside out shot there. That's what you had suggested, and he did go over the mid wicket. A good chase there by the fielder, restricting the players for 2 runs.
Oh, good delivery. Didn't give him enough room this time to work with. Asif had to manufacture room if he needed some.
Rafi has been bowling with some good pace. The left armour. Charging in.
Swing and a miss, a big swing. Now this has been a quiet over as far as Ruwi Rangers are concerned, and quiet overs are the ones they want.
Exactly. And there's a big chase for Bousher Busters. 108 to win. Bousher Busters 10 for 1 in the second over. A tidy spell so far from Mohammad Rafi, the left arm pace bowler.
Oh, that is struck really, really well. That'll land in the adjacent ground. What a shot! That was 6 from the moment he left the bat. Asif is roaring.
That's a replay, and you can see he has hit it high up over the ropes. A mighty hit. The moment the ball hit the bat, it was a 6.
That was terrific timing. And good ball follow too.
Yeah.
I didn't get it from the best part of the bat. There is a long on station for just that shot. He's bowled it back. It's not thrown back. He's bowled it back.
Yeah.
I think he's suggesting to the captain that I might need to roll my arm over here. 2 overs gone, 17 for 1.
Bowler continue.
Two overs gone, 17 for 1.
Few fans in the gallery there. The locals also enjoying the match. The T10 format, the shortest format.
That's cricket for you, isn't it?
Exactly, and you have the locals over here.
Yes, it's very accommodative. Anyone can enjoy cricket. In simple terms, it's putting bat to ball. Nice call for 2. The second run could have been on. This is good thinking from the fielder. He took a moment to see which end to throw at. Sometimes as a fielder, you also rely on your oral skills when you listen to the fielders nearby who are shouting which end to throw it, because your concentration's only on the ball. This is the time when his partner said the non-striker's end to maximize the opportunity of a wicket.
A sensible decision, and finally.
Catch it is the call. He got a finger to it. He's taken the pace of the ball. Timing of the jump, perfect. Something that he brings with his reputation. Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. He cannot believe it. Ever since he was a kid, every time he jumped, he believed he can come down with that ripe mango. This time it slips.
It's a magnificent effort there by Jitendra Ramandi. He almost had it stuck on his palm. A lucky escape for Asif.
Oh, back of the hand, slower delivery, but the batter was gearing up for it. On the front foot, pulls it away for 6. This is a stamp of authority from Asif. Hasnain was terrific in the first over. Misses his mark, and Asif capitalizes here.
Asif has got the measure of Hasnain now, and he has stoked him for a lovely 6 over the mid-wicket boundary.
I just get a feeling that Hasnain's going to go back to stump to stump. Look at where Hasnain's standing. He starts his run up from beyond the 30-yard circle. Now he's got a deep mid-wicket in place. And I think he'll slightly move towards the corner region as well once he starts the run up. Now he stays put. Oh, poor delivery. The pressure getting to Hasnain. He knows immediately that it was a wide. He knew it.
Asif has put pressure on the bowler, Hasnain.
Asif wouldn't mind that at all. He's just got a 6 and he's got a freebie where the ball won't be counted with the scoreboard sticking.
Yes, indeed. And Asif has shown some enterprise over here, taking on the bowlers. And the key bowler, the strike bowler Hasnain, has been hit. So there's a bit of pressure back on Ruwi Rangers. Bousher Busters 26 for 1. Asif unbeaten on 21.
One for the over.
Bat, 1 over.
Asif is striking the ball so cleanly. 21 of 11. Adnan at the other end, a runner ball 3. But so often we've seen Asif looks at Adnan for guidance.
Yes, Adnan has been a force here in the domestic circuit, particularly in these shorter formats. He's been a fantastic stroke player over the years, and he's a perfect guide. Who better than Adnan on the other end?
Sanat Ibrahim making sure that his fielders are exactly where he wants them to be. Gives a cursory glance before the bowler starts to run in. Oh, he followed the batter. That appeal was very audacious when you can see 3 stumps and almost set another set of stumps alongside. You know that it's never going to be out.
Indeed, very half-hearted, just trying to divert the attention of the batter. A single taken, and Adnan is back on strike. That
You
is
could
way
see
down the leg side. Way down the leg side. Hasnain, last ball of his over, the second over.
It's been a very long over and a very long run up too. It's going to continue. He's going to run in again. White ball signaled. Why do you think there's so many wides, especially down the leg side? Is Hasnain preparing for the time Adnan or Asif, both of them, are trying to create room and hence will move leg side? What do you feel? Adnan stayed put.
I think Adnan has stayed put there, and Asif has been moving out, and that's the reason why the line is not this one.
Poor delivery, once again a wide. Would you believe it? First over was perfection. Second over is problematic.
Quite wayward bowling there by Hasnain.
He's run in so many times in a quarter of 2 overs. And the captain just suggesting, keep it simple, keep it wicket to wicket.
pressure of the 6.
But I'll tell you what, it's not that easy as well with Adnan, who comes with that reputation and is in great touch. And Asif is smashing the ball out of the park if you miss by inches.
And that's the very reason why he has lost his line and length. It's been wavered.
Oh, that's cheeky. We'll pick up that single. And a single would mean that's the end of the over and will retain strike as well, Adnan. 3 overs gone, 30 for 1. Three overs gone, 30 for 1. That's a serious discussion. What do you think they're discussing though? Could the fielder be moved slightly towards his right as well? Because you know the love for the game is permeating here. And that is exactly what we want to see.
What's heartening is to see the locals here discussing, talking about cricket. And this is something very encouraging. And I think that's what this format has brought, the D10 has brought in.
Jitin Kumar Ramanandi? No, this doesn't look like Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. This is Mohit, who happens to be a neighbor of Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. Back in India. Mohit is someone who's known for calibrated line and length, something that Ruwi Rangers need. He was creating room. Adnan. How will Asif treat the left arm orthodox? He'll also create room and pierce the gap as well. 4 for the taking. Much needed boundary for Bousher Busters. Early in the over, Mohit under pressure.
Quite a beautiful looking shot there. Played between the players, the backward point. And there he backs himself and cuts it past the point boundary.
This is terrific stuff from Asif. Boundary early in the over. He will dance around that wicket. That crease is his stage. It's a polite appeal to the umpire. Now he's gone upstairs. The umpire's gone upstairs. Asif will have his heart in his mouth, because you know that these are little moments in the game which can be very rewarding to the Ruwi Rangers. What do you think? First look?
He looked to be safe, but you never know if his back heel is up in the air.
This is the moment where he's out of the crease and he's got some distance to cover. Not that it was an easy stumping. He had to collect the ball from a long way. The batter has made it in time.
The bat has to be on the ground.
Yes, this is the time when it's on the ground and now he's dragging it. There is when the bat is grounded and he's safe. And then the ball was collected, the bails dislodged. What followed thereafter was an appeal which was the politest. I really feel Kalimullah somewhere would be watching and saying that's not even an appeal.
Yes, it was quite half-hearted and he just wanted to try his luck out there. Bousher Busters 35 for 1. Fourth over in play. Chasing 108 to win.
I'll follow the batter. He'll spear it towards his legs. Mohit. Asif was trying to dig it out, isn't it? Just get a feeling Asif will try to be cheeky.
Easy one.
Oh, he's quite content playing
Parana.
one from the textbook straight down to long on.
Acha finish, Mohit. Vaishwa, Mohit.
Mohit hasn't
Ready,
given
get ready, boys.
much
Big
of
shot
room
coming.
to the batters here. And
Moved
One,
slightly early. Mohit sensed it. Didn't give it any air.
Well, Mohit.
Kept it as flat as possible.
Bowling, buddy.
Another single taken. That would mean Adnan will be on strike. 4 overs gone, 37 for 1.
Make it fast. Only help. Your number?
37 for 1.
Bowling change. Bowler come left arm over to you.
37 for 1. Prithvi Machi was the first to go and the only one to go back. Asif Khan and Adnan Sulehri are looking good. Asif Khan more so. 26 of 16. And there's some batting to come. Shubo Pal and more. Hasnain, Mohammad Rafi, Mohit Patel. 3 options used so far. Hasnain was terrific in the first over. Terrible in the second. Poor delivery. That's a gift. Work to do for the fielder, who just delayed the dive till the last possible moment.
nice flick there by Adnan Ilyas. Picks up a boundary, a good chase, but ultimately in vain. Mohit fails to stop the ball, cut the ball. Adnan
10 of 7 for Adnan. He's looking to break free. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, that nagging length will not give you pace as well. From that angle will target his top of off. We've seen it all in D20 just when you feel that. In D10 as well, the tactics the same, but even more polished.
Yes, indeed. Jiten managing to have Adnan on the back foot. Bousher Busters, 42 for 1.
Catch it is the call and will be taken. Was stationed just for this shot, straight down his throat. And it doesn't take much time for Jiten Kumar Ramanandi to celebrate. That's a good catch as well. The lights will be in his eyes, but he did not drop that one. Ensure that he pouched it at a good height as well.
A mighty hit there, but fails to cross the ropes, and a well taken, well judged catch. These catches sometimes are quite difficult because the fielder is near the ropes. He does have to ensure that he doesn't go over the ropes. And Asif is back to the pavilion.
Asif Khan's walking back for 26. He was the aggressor. 152 his strike rate. He was looking really, really good. Bousher Busters have lost his second for 42. Just what Ruwi Rangers required, a wicket. That brings Abdul Rauf to the crease. And Abdul Rauf is in tremendous touch. Now this innings, now this game will spice up again is what I feel. Because Ruwi Rangers, having picked up a wicket, will realize that someone who's in great touch has just walked in. 114.43 the strike rate. Don't go by that. That can be even more. Very good delivery. This is a contest to watch out for. Abdul Rauf looking to break free as wants to continue from where he left off in the previous game as well. Terrific innings up against Jiten Kumar Ramanandi,
Yes,
who's
he-
just picked up a wicket and bowls that line and length. Predictable line and length, but difficult to hit away.
yeah, very wonderful evenings he played yesterday. And
Will this be taken? Oh, he's missed just this one. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi is furious. He's not even looking at the fielder at the moment. This could have been taken. This was the big opportunity. And he's suggesting, sorry guys, the fielder.
he got him, and this would have been a similar sort of a dismissal. I think the fielder Mujibur Rahman lost the ball at the last moment.
It's the lights. He's suggesting that the lights came in the way. The ball camouflages, merges.
Over.
End of the over. A dot ball to finish. What an over from Jiten Kumar. He gave away 9, but don't go by that. He's picked up a wicket and one of the boundaries wasn't deserved. 5 overs gone, 46 for 2.
Bowling change, right arm over the wicket.
Okay.
5 overs gone,
Bye,
46
bye,
for
Sanuj,
2.
bye.
The required rate is 12.4. Joined by Mikhail Vaswani now as Sanat Ibrahim rolls his arm over. And what a way to invite him. Oh, that's well fielded. That was going towards the boundary in no time. But there's one man who believed that he can stop that, and that's Rafi.
One leg, please.
Terrific commitment
Covering.
Change कर सकते हो.
and recognizes the opportunity so early.
Well, the first 5 overs has been nothing short of drama, excitement and entertainment with some tense moments as well. And if Bousher Busters have to make a match out of this, it's up to both these batsmen in the middle, Rauf and Adnan. Senior pros, they've done it in the past. Rauf in supreme form yesterday as well, scored a quick fire of 40. The asking rate is 12.62. The current run rate
Sanuj bhai.
is 9.10. It's a spread out field, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long gone. Just one fielder inside the 30-yard circle.
Change.
You can practically look at this approach.
Bowling.
It's virtually throwing your bats at every second delivery being bowled.
पहले ही ऐसे जा रहा है. पहले ही ऐसे जा रहा है.
Absolutely. You have got to bridge the gap between the current rate 9 and 12.86. Sanat Ibrahim, who's got a very peculiar way of starting his delivery stride. This could be taken. This is a wicket. A reason for the Ruwi Rangers to celebrate. Adnan Ilyas is gone for the big shot. Doesn't get it from the best part of the bat either.
The intent was right. The execution is where he faltered. And he found the longest part of the boundary. That ball was in the air for a very long time. He intended to play it straight, but it went towards the cow corner region. And a nicely judged catch at the ropes. Shafqat with that catch over there. Adnan Ilyas will be disappointed. He walks back for 12. Another wicket falls. 3 down for 48 in the 6th over. Bousher Busters.
जा चेंज हो जा पीछे जा. अरे सॉरी. सनोज.
All eyes on Abdul Rauf Ataullah. Oh, that's straight back to the bowler. Soft dismissal. 2 wickets in 2 balls. Captain Sanat Ibrahim is celebrating, and all of a sudden, Bousher Busters are losing a plot in the middle. Against the run of play, 2 wickets and 2 senior pros departing, and Sanat Ibrahim striking in quick succession.
Hard hitter, soft dismissal. Rauf knew immediately that he was in trouble. Sanat Ibrahim overjoyed. 4th wicket down, 48 on the board. Abdul Rauf will run a ball 5, not good enough on the day.
Bye.
Sanat Ibrahim all of a sudden has just turned the game on the head.
Fawad Ali has come to the middle. On a hat-trick, Sanat Ibrahim Catch it is the call, and catch it is! A hat trick for Sanat Ibrahim. The captain has turned it around in 3 balls. Would you believe it? More wickets than runs that he's conceded with the ball in hand. That little sit-up that he does is definitely working.
Captain Sanat Ibrahim is having an evening to remember. Unbeaten with the bat and now hat-trick with the ball as they all converse to their captain. This was bowled outside and it was lobbed straight to Khalid Kale at covers. And the moment it went to him, Sanat knew he had created history to become the first bowler ever in Oman D10 to secure a hat-trick. Fawad Ali, the birthday boy, departs without scoring. It's 48 for 5 in the 6th.
Right arm over. 1 to go. Ashwa Sanu. Aye.
Oh, very good delivery. 3 wickets on the trot. A hat-trick for Sanat Ibrahim. Couldn't have asked for anything more in his first over. 6 overs gone. Half the side back for Bousher Busters with 48 on the board.
आप उधर पॉइंट पे जा काली दावत पे आ जा That's a mistake.
6 overs gone. 48 for 5. Mohit will continue. Went for 7 in the first over. Mohit setting the field exactly according to his wish. The captain's given him that carte blanche.
Single off the mark. Sufyan with that single towards mid-wicket. And the last 5 to 10 minutes has been nothing short of a happy moment for this man, Sanat Ibrahim. Adnan, Sulehri, the first to go, finding the field in the deep. Then it was Rauf who just gave it back to the bowler. And in the end, it was hat-trick for Sanat as he got 3 in 3.
Sanat Ibrahim, terrific indeed. Dancing down the track could have been taken. That was an opportunity. Mohit is taking lessons of catching from Sanat Ibrahim after this. Shubo is the man who's walked in. Someone who's good at feeling well. He's walking down the track. We usually say batting is not a walk in the park. We might have to change that a little bit, the way he started.
For now, though, he needs to hit it out of the park, Shubo Pal. Tossed up, driven down the ground towards long off for a single. He took a very good catch last evening in the outfield. But at the moment,
2 of them, in fact.
yes, but at the moment, 50 up in the 7th over, chasing 108. Bousher Busters have just been a completely different side at the moment. Sufyan Mehmood will be the man who will have to do the bulk of the hitting and the batting in the middle.
The left-hander will have to come to the fore today. Poor delivery, white ball signalled. Sufyan was trying to make the most of it. Even just a bit of bat would have got him a boundary. 5 legs inside the circle in a little square. It's interesting that even third man's a little square now. Catch it is the call, but we'll take it on the bounce, Hasnain. Didn't have to dive really. Situation isn't demanding that. Situation is saying reduce the amount of runs you give away in terms of the bigger denomination. The crowd's swelling. We've got 2 more wonderful matches lined up. Now would be another single, and a single is not hurting the Ruwi Rangers. The double Bs will have to look to get a move on here. 55 required of the last 3 overs. 7 overs gone. 53 for the 5 wickets they've lost. Prithvi Machi and Asif Hassan were the openers. Prithvi Machi went early. Asif Hassan's 26 was something to watch. Adnan Sulehri, Abdul Rauf and Fawad Ali. 3 frays of Sanut Ibrahim. Took a hat-trick, and a hat-trick to remember for a long, long time. Especially when off the hat-trick ball, you pick up a birthday boy. Hasnain Ali's picked up 1, Sanut Ibrahim's picked up 3, and on the trot, Jiten Kumar Ramanandi, 1 for him today, with 1 more over to spare for him.
I'm sure Sanat Ibrahim will keep this bowling card as memory.
1-1.
Straight to the fielder.
He has a very peculiar action, Sanat Ibrahim. We know so many bowlers around the world who begin differently through their run-up. And this one as well.
We talked about it in the D20. In his defense, it's warm-up. There you go. Oh, that's a really good shot. Moment, Sanat was teasing Sufyan with the fielder up in the circle. Mid-off just watched it sail over his head.
Bowling, shabash.
Yes, and I'll not be surprised if he stations that fielder once again towards long off. But at the moment they can attack because Bousher Busters need to be scoring at more than 14 runs and over.
1-1.
Just nudges it away. Will only get a single. The fielding has been superb as well for the Ruwi Rangers.
The side never fails to impress. During the D20 as well, they hardly dropped a game leading up to the final. And they look like favourites from game 1. Once again, they've begun on a very positive note. And they're showing all the ingredients of being labelled as favourites in this tournament as well. Gives the charge this time, checks his shot. Just lands in front of mid-off. It's desperation in the middle. They're throwing their bats at everything. At the moment, a little clueless as well, Bousher Busters. This chase has fallen apart.
Required rates creeping up, 20.57. Bulk of the balls they face will have to have an appointment with the boundary rope if they've got to stay in the game. Absolutely tense. One of them is literally biting his nails. Keep the idioms book aside. You're getting them live here. Well directed, could have made a different story. They've got to scamper for the singles, go for the big shots as well. Big shots more so. Was on the front foot, so slightly easier for him to cover the 22 yards. Direct hit. The batter would have made it.
Never easy. Gives the charge, Shubopal once again over the infield. Good effort in the deep this time around. We'll keep it to 2.
Mikhail, did he not hit it that well, or is that a sign of the outfield slowing down? We got 2 more balls, 2 more games to go indeed. 8 overs gone, 63 for 5. We'll talk about it when we come back.
Bowling change, bowler come left arm over to you, left arm over to you.
Eight overs gone, 63 for 5.
Perfect Sunday evening, Suhas. Come out, watch some wonderful cricket under lights. And a visual treat if it's a T10 format.
Oh, absolutely. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. Over the wicket. He's just suggesting that he can trouble left-handers too. But I think Shubopal would be more troubled over here if Jiten Kumar gets it right. That nagging line in length, he doesn't give you the pace to work with. He doesn't give you the room to work with. And look at the way he's placed the field as well. Long gone, very, very straight. Long off, very, very straight. So the batter has to do the extra or be cheeky like this one. Shubopal gets the boundary. Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. Well, he's got some thinking to do. And for the first time, because all this while he was dominating, Shubopal infusing some momentum in this run chase. Can he do this very often now?
Jiten Kumar will not be too disturbed with the shot. It's a percentage hit. more often than not, you could also end up losing your wicket because the batsman has had to manufacture the shot out of his comfort zone. This time again, look at that length, look at the line.
Look how quickly Usmani took that glove off as well. That should have been a sign for Shubo to go back because there was a throw coming in. He slipped a little as well and the ball tailed in.
He's looking for that backhand flip, beg your pardon. Goes big this time. Has he connected it? Not really. Straight to the fielder in the deep. Gustav will not drop such easy catches. Goose it is who's smiling. Another wicket falls. This time it's Shubopal who perishes in his bid to accelerate as Bousher Busters chase is falling apart in what seems to be a meek surrender at the moment.
I didn't get the elevation at all. Gustav Berger wouldn't have gotten simpler catches in his life. Didn't have to move an inch. It came straight towards him and it was dying in height as well. Shubopal ends his stay. 10 of 11 and not good enough on the occasion. 8.4 overs, 68 for 6.
Taken on the full play towards cover point region. They're looking for the second run, but no, the fielder gives up the chase. 4 runs to Sufyan Mehmood. He's fighting a lone battle at the moment as he sees wickets stumble at the other end. Welcome runs over here, but they're playing catch-up. Very difficult for them to get to the target, but they can always get closer to it. This time the placement was impeccable as Sufyan Mehmood fetched 4 for his side. Smashes that towards the long off region. Another very good over for Ruwi Rangers and by Jitin Kumar as well. He finishes the 2 overs for 19. 9 gone at 73 for 6.
बस और आना
Sufyan. Now, an ITW production this. I love the way Prod G is written, isn't it? You read it as Prod G. Something that Mikhail gets called very often. Prodigy. There you go.
Prodigy. Well, these visuals coming to you live, courtesy ITW Prodigy production. It's the Oman D10 from the Oman Cricket Academy. The birthday boy, Fawad Ali. Happy birthday. Missing out today, but he is the future of Oman cricket and he'll have a lot to offer in the coming years.
Oh, gets it through the middle of the bat, and there's really no stopping that. When Sufyan gets it right, he is a different batsman altogether. Stamp of authority. He's giving something for the double Bs to cheer, because this chase looks beyond them though.
He got that right out of the screws, almost sailing out of the ground. Hit the top tier over there. It was power timing from Sufyan's bat. Just wonder why he's not come up a little bit in that batting order. He's striking the ball extremely well this evening. 20 of 9 already for him. Take off the mask for a change.
That's because he's on cam. He'll quickly wear it again. That's a very good delivery. That's the one that he planned in the first ball as well. 28 of 4. If Sufyan clears all of them, he'll still end up with 24. As a bowler, you've got to tell yourself no extras. Yeah, crowd pouring in as families. Yeah, the little one could be representing Oman if he watches the game closely, takes interest, comes for the coaching as well regularly. Lot to do. It's far-sighted, isn't it?
We would still be commentating then. That's worse.
You're going to be here for a long, long time, is what you're suggesting? Absolutely, you are going to be there. Don't worry. 28 runs, 3 balls. Mathematically, not possible unless there are extras. They're absolutely disappointed. One with the pads on knows even if he gets to bat, it'll be without a cause. He'll pick up a single here. What a terrific start for the Ruwi Rangers.
They've always started well. They've finished well. They've maintained the consistency through the middle games as well. Ruwi Rangers has always been an impressive side. They have players for all situations and conditions, and that's why they're strong across all the lines. Makes it a very good-looking outfit. The spinners, the medium paces, Jitu and now Mohammad Rafi coming in, bowling their quota of overs. No width offered, finding the lengths, piling on the pressure. Bilal, Shah. Oh, the helicopter. From where did that come out?
The only thing Bilal would have been told from the dugout is don't get hurt. Go for the big shots. Throw the bat around. Just don't do anything which will hamper your chances in the next game. That dugout has forgotten how to smile, and that's because of the scorecard. They'll quickly need to bounce back the Bousher Busters. The double Bs would need to mimic bouncing back for a moment. That's gone only high. There's no distance on it. Will it be taken? Oh, what a catch! What an incredible catch! He was flying. That is one of the best catches that you would ever see. That's because he had so much to do. Not just run in, but align himself accordingly, throw himself, put his body on the line, complete the catch, even though the situation did not demand him to do so. Shows a lot of commitment from a cricketer who is a blessing for his side.
He had so much ground to cover. Long on was also converging, but look at the way he kept his eyes on the ball and the balance as well. On point of impact, held on to the catch. This is top stuff. Ruwi Rangers secure 2 points in their opening game, and they've made a statement once again, and they've sent out a warning as well to the oppositions. Bousher Busters fall short after an impressive outing last evening. He's the man of the moment. Sanut Ibrahim, a hat-trick for him, first ever in the Oman D10, and also unbeaten 40 runs for his side to take them to 107 when they were batting first. What an outing it's been for the Ruwi Rangers. They've made it count. Once again, they've come out to the middle and showed professionalism and have been brilliant in all departments of the game.
Sanut Ibrahim, a captain who's leading from the front. He's ticked all boxes in this game. And he's set the tone nicely for the tournament for his side. He's got some new faces, especially the ones that keeping for them. That is because you know that Naseem Khushi is with the international side at the moment. He's on national duty. But still, he's pulled it off. He's found the right balance.
So as at the toss, Sanut did mention 110 is what they're looking at. They got to 107. He spoke about the nature of the pitch. It's gotten a little slow. He stuck to slower bowlers and he got his plans executed. Prithvi Machi missing out with the bat this time around in the chase in match number 4, and then it was Asif and Adnan who raised hopes of what was looking like a chase that was on the cards, but once they fell apart and Sanut Ibrahim came to the fore with his hat-trick where he accounted for Adnan, Abdul and Fawad. By then it was game over for Bousher Busters as they were only playing catch-up. Shubapal with 10 runs offered some spark, but too many zeros in that batting card of theirs meant they were never close to getting to the target.
5 bowlers used. Hasnain 1, Mohammad Rafi 1 wicket. Jitin Kumar picked up 2, Sanut Ibrahim 2 overs, 12 runs, 3 wickets and a hat-trick there. This has been a sensational performance from Sanut Ibrahim and co.
Let's take a look at how things panned out when the chasing side came out. It was Hasnain with an absolute peach of a delivery that gave Ruwi Rangers much needed advantage early on. There were a few shots played by Adnan, and there was some hope of a chase being executed very well, but it was only a matter of time before the chase faltered apart as Sanat Ibrahim accounted for 3 wickets in 3 deliveries to secure the first hat-trick. Abdul Rauf Khan giving it back to him, and then Fawad Ali handing it over to Khalid KL at covers.
Gustav couldn't have asked for an easier catch. Thereafter, Sufyan did try his best with that 6, but it was too late. This was a good catch indeed, flying towards its right. And that would mean it's the upshot of the game. 107 for 2 for Ruwi Rangers, led by Khalid Kale's 51 and Sanat Ibrahim's 44. With a ball in hand, Bilal, Fawad and Sufyan were the only bowlers who will feature there. But only 2 of them have got wickets to show, Bilal and Fawad. Bousher Busters in reply, Asif Khan's 26, Sufyan Mehmood's 21 will go in vain as Sanat Ibrahim turned it around for his side with 3 balls on the trot, picking up wickets in those. A hat-trick to remember, 3 for 12, and Jiten Kumar Ramanandi and Hasnain Ali providing a good finish with the ball in hand as well. Wickets for them to show today.
Great all-round performance here by Ruwi Rangers as they secure this win by 26 runs. An absolute complete performance. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back, we'll get you live action from match number 3 of the evening as well.
Ruwi Rangers, the champions, continued their blistering form in the D10 edition as well, and got those 2 vital points on the board for themselves. A lot of good performances coming in from Ruwi Rangers.
2015, sir. It's been like 7 years now.